And the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, released new videos of the White House Correspondents Dinner shooting suspect before and during the attack. CBS's Anna Schecter, who's been following all of this for us, joins me now. Anna, good to see you. I mean, I watched this video, and it's just stunning, not only to see kind of the higher resolution and the slowing down as he was running through those the barricades there, but also the casing that he was doing in the day before. I know you've seen this so many times too. Can you kind of walk us through what your takeaways were?
Well, first of all, just like you indicated, that Friday night video, it's around 9 p.m. and there's several minutes. You see him walking there and he pauses and points, almost like he's calibrating in his mind what he's doing, then returns, goes the other way, and then we see him in the gym. He's smiling, interacting, relaxed, talking to the attendant there. That's Saturday night. He is walking with his coat on. He has just taken this photo inside of his hotel room where he is armed with a pistol, a shotgun, knives. And here is the moment that he rushes through that security checkpoint. And if we slow it down, you see him hold up that shotgun. That's just before this. You see a canine notice, is alert, senses something, and yet the agent turns away and he's able to rush that security checkpoint. Look there, there's the Secret Service agent who raises his firearm, really an act of bravery as he's faced with a threat right in front of him. He is the one who is struck in the bulletproof vest in the chest by one buckshot, according to authorities. He himself fired off 5 rounds. None of them hit the suspect, and thankfully, no one was hit by friendly fire. But now we have this pretty complete picture of those exact moments of the attempted attack. He falls right after that. There you see again that moment, to me, the canine moment, the moment when the canine notices something. That's really troubling because you just see the agents are kind of relaxed, and it's really the canine that notices something is wrong, Caitlin.
Yeah, the canine's certainly doing its job that night. You know, yesterday we saw the suspect in court here in Washington, the second court appearance. What do we know so far about his legal case? I mean, he's going to stay behind bars until his trial begins.
He did, and he conceded to remain in custody, remain detained, so he is not fighting that at this point. Of course, we are waiting on a formal indictment, and his lawyers haven't gotten back to us. He has not entered a plea yet. I expect in a case like this, he's probably going to plead not guilty to give him the best chance to move forward, but we don't know. He might take a plea. But what we do know is that the prosecutors in this case have already put out to the public quite a bit of video elements, the photos of the weapons allegedly that he used, and even a timeline looking back at the last 3 weeks, his Google searches of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They're trying to build this case that this was premeditated. He planned this, took that Amtrak train across the country in order to carry out this violent attack. And we'll see what his defense comes up with. But right now, we're at very early stages. His next hearing is Monday, May 11th.
Yeah, that video just so chilling to see, Anna, no matter how many times I watch it. Thank you so much for all your reporting this week on this. We appreciate it. And CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd joins me now. She's also a former assistant secretary for counterterrorism at the Department of Homeland Security. And Sam, you were there in the room when this was all happening outside. I'm wondering, when you see this video, what do you see?
I do stop and think about the multiple points at which this attack could have been prevented earlier than the 7 seconds after the defendant rushed through the magnetometers. You look at, for example, the individual casing the hotel the morning, I believe, prior to the attack. And I believe as well he was involved in reviewing the security, or reviewing the hotel's layout the evening before as well, perhaps. But you think about whether anybody caught that on video and wondered why someone was coming so close to the site where so many protectees would be. At the same time, as Anna Schecter just pointed out, the fact that a canine was so close to the defendant, feet away. The defendant came down a staircase. He then ducked into an elevator bay behind these double doors and took off the jacket that was concealing the shotgun. The canine was literally feet away, and if something different had happened, this individual could have been apprehended well before he rushed the magnetometer. You also wonder whether and why individuals were not standing at higher alert when the magnetometer is being taken down. Just because the magnetometer was being taken down certainly did not mean that any threat had evaporated. As long as the protectees were in that ballroom as they were on site, the Secret Service agents and other law enforcement were still on duty trying to mitigate and prevent any threats from materializing.
And I mean, you mentioned those 7 seconds. I mean, it's just incredible to think about. I mean, 7 seconds between when he ran through the double doors, through the magnetometer, tripped, fell, and was apprehended by law enforcement. What do you make of that timeline?
A lot of good can happen in 7 seconds, and a heck of a lot of bad can happen in 7 seconds. So when we look at various, not just assassination attempts, but various acts of criminality or terrorism, a second can be all that it takes. So it is certainly a net positive that this individual was apprehended well before going down the staircase. He was hundreds of yards from the president, and the U.S. Secret Service director has stressed that point to really show that there was no direct threat to the president. But at the same time, a lot can happen in 7 seconds. And it is lucky that this individual tripped, and it is lucky that the Secret Service agent who was hit, whether by the defendant or something else, because we still don't know where the bullet came from, that hit the Secret Service agent in his vest. We're lucky that there weren't more casualties or fatalities.
Yeah, that's something I keep thinking about over and over again. Anna talked a little bit about kind of the legal process that will play out, but as they prepare for that, what kinds of things do you think that they are analyzing, collecting? I'm kind of curious what other footage we may see come out of this.
The investigation into the defendant is in its early stages, which may sound odd to our viewers because he's already appearing in court. We have initial charges that have been filed. There will probably be what are known as superseding indictments, additional charges filed against him. What's happening right now is ballistic investigations, bullets, casings, et cetera, forensic evidence, fingerprints and otherwise, combing through literally probably thousands of videos that have come in from members of the public on social media and elsewhere. Not to mention security footage from the hotel, plus actual in-person interviews with the defendant's family, his friends, his coworkers, his employees, or what have you. So they're going to be combing through all kinds of evidence and using that not just to defend the case that's currently in court, but perhaps to defend an even broader case against the defendant.
It's incredible to think about how much more we can see from this, and so many questions remain. Sam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all your reporting all week as
Thanks.
you went through this yourself.